I'm a seven-figure SMMA owner, and I can't tell you how many times one bad decision in the business or one bad occurrent issue in the business led to this spiral of death. And it's very unfortunate because if you're watching this right now, just like me, if you have a business that is cash flowing and you've got people on the team that know how to do their job and you've got client acquisition handle and you've got a decent product, making one small misstep can start a series of catastrophic events if not looked at in the right lens. And so I was there before, and I wanted to share with you what happened. Okay, there was a time where we were dealing with a chargeback, and a client just didn't want to continue with the service. And then what ended up happening is that we started fighting him, and we said, no, we're not going to give you your money back. You've already received the service. You've already gotten the results. Da, 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 da. And then that set off a series of events where he then went and left a bad review on Facebook and then started talking crap and then started, talking to a bunch of our clients and slandering us. And then, we needed to get a lawyer involved, and it just could have been stopped if we were able to use a frame that we now have, okay, that I now have. And it's a frame that I want to give to you so that you don't get into a situation where one thing leads to another, leads to another, leads to another. And then you have a chain of catastrophic events. So let me give you an example over here, right? So I'm going to draw two circles right over here. This is what happened. Okay, what happened in objective reality is that we had a client that was unhappy, left bad review, said he wanted a refund, quite profane. And then this is where things went wrong. And this is the thing that I want to share with you. There's what happened, and then there's the story that we attach to what happened. And the story is really where things go wrong for me personally. Okay, the story is that he's a threat to the business. The story becomes that we need to protect our ship. The story becomes that this is our money. We worked hard for it. Him asking for it back is disrespecting and telling us our work has little value. Okay, this is the story that we tell ourselves. When really what happened is that this guy was saying that he wanted a refund. I mean, if you look at it like truthfully, this is really what happened. Even all this other stuff is just extra nonsense. It's just what happened is that he said he wanted a refund. But then all this stuff started happening, and then it started leading to this downward spiral. And, we ended up in a position where it's like we're not handling this correctly, and then it's resulting in, lawsuits. It's resulting in lost productivity because now that the team is alerted and worried, we're losing trust in our clients. Our clients are losing trust in us, and it's just becoming this terrible spiral, all because of one guy saying he wanted a refund. In hindsight, I should have just given him the damn refund right away, because the opportunity cost of arguing with a fool is becoming a fool and then getting into a downward spiral. And this is exactly what happens, in all areas of life. I mean, really, this is a symptom of something deeper. Right? This is a symptom of something deeper. Let me explain myself. Let's draw the same two circles. Okay, what happens at home? Why you are why are you home late? Simply that's what's said. Some version of that, right? Maybe our wives say that to us, like, why are you home late? Why are you never home? Or why are you working so hard? And the same thing happens. I'm not appreciated. My wife is ungrateful. My work has little value. I need to find someone else to marry that values me more. You ever thought that? This is a one-sided relationship. It's like, for all we know, maybe the wife just misses us. And that's what she's trying to say is, I miss you. I just want you to be home more. Do you see how ludicrous this is? The distinction, and really not having the distinction of what happened in story, it leads us down these crazy places, and it always leads me down this place. And I always have to come back to this. I have to revisit this over and over again and say to myself, man, this is really not as dire as I think this is. And so, so what am I trying to say over here is that this sort of circle of death, really, it's getting stuck in the story, this circle over here. It's this circle over here that becomes like this context on which that I would look at the entire world. Even when I was a kid, when my dad would say to me, "Hey, why'd you get a D in mathematics and not an A?" What he was saying is that he wants me to do well so he can have a better life than he did as a freaking orphan and not having a mom and needing to put himself through medical school in rural Pakistan. That's what he's saying to me. But what I'm hearing is, my dad hates me, my dad doesn't love me, he's not proud of me, da, da, da. And these things, bro, they shape our life. They shape our existence. Where we have all these stories, like when we were in math class and we raised our hand and we got the answer wrong and everyone laughed, and the story that went through our minds was, I'm stupid. When really, it was just a bunch of laughter and we got the answer wrong. Okay, why does that mean? Why does there have to be a story over there that we're stupid? And I'm just as much prone to this as anyone else. And this goes to the flip side as well, you see, because if somehow we can get to a stage where instead of telling ourselves disempowering stories, this circle of death, if we can flip it on its head, it's still going to be a circle, I know. Just bear with me over here. It can become something very, very powerful. Client leaves, that equals. So it's a client leaves, that's what happened. But then what we're telling ourselves is that, okay, client leaves, all right, that means more room for growth. Ah, that's an empowering outlet. Wife is mad, opportunity for connection and deepen that bond. Employee is underperforming. When this had happened to me before, I'd be so mad. I'd be like, dude, this freaking employee of mine is a moocher, doesn't actually deserve to be paid. I should fire them. It's like, this is an opportunity for me to become a better leader and set better expectations and train better. Right? This is all an opportunity for growth, man. And if that's the story that we choose to tell ourselves, if the story is going to be anything, because we're meaning making machines as humans, might as well make it a empowering story, because we get to choose the story of our lives and we're the main characters in it regardless. And so whether we say that I made an investment in my ads, it didn't turn out the way that I wanted, I'm stupid, I'm not going to do ads, that's a choice. Or we could say, I made an investment in ads, it didn't turn out the way that I want. Wow, I'm getting better at ads, I'm paying to learn, I'm paying to get data. And I can take this data and these insights and then relaunch something and then just become better. Like that's happening to us right now. We have a client who wanted to launch some ads and wants to freaking scale to thousands a day. We're only at 100 a day. It's a brand new campaign. It's on a rev share and it has massive potential. And it's like, that thing is off to a terrible start. Our CPMs are just through the roof. Could get discouraged about it, could tell ourselves that we're just a bunch of phonies and we don't actually know how to media buy and that we actually suck as a direct response marketing agency. Or we could tell ourselves, wow, a situation that we haven't encountered in a very, very long time. High CPMs. How can we put a new tool in our tool belt to combat something like this and learn something new about the Facebook platform? Well, maybe Facebook doesn't appreciate products and offers that are about generating online reviews. Maybe it thinks it's spam, even though this is a mid-market company, incredible SaaS tool, has great reviews, is a great company overall. Okay, we're seeing that Facebook maybe has a bias, and we need to find a way to get around that. We're not going to get around it by telling ourselves that we're just a bunch of freaking losers. So here's what I'm trying to say, right? Is this is a very, very simple distinction of the difference between story and what happened. And oftentimes we collapse the two, where we completely collapse the two, and then we start thinking to ourselves, oh, I'm someone that, isn't valuable. I'm someone that's not worthy. I'm someone that isn't able to do something. Maybe I'm just a freaking imposter at the end of the day. And it's why? Why say these things to ourselves? So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you can recognize that I'm just like you. I still go through doubts. I still go through a lot of problems, even though I've grown a very successful marketing agency and we have great clients that pay us really, really well. This is a ongoing journey, and oftentimes, the inner work is really a reflection the business is a reflection of our inner work. The business is a reflection and a manifestation of who we are inside as individuals. So make no mistake that the difference between businesses is not really very much other than the actual individual that's sitting in the operator seat. And so if I were to be driving a Lamborghini versus freaking Michael Schumacher, the decorated Formula One driver from many years ago, heck, it's going to be a clean answer over there. Michael Schumacher is going to win because he's the better operator of that machine specifically. And so, really, the mistake that we make as agency owners, and what I learned in myself, is that I was continuing to chase more tactics and strategies and try to patch, my agency with new things when really I needed to, revamp my operating system and become a better operator. So I hope this makes sense, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you on the next one, and I also would love to see you in the comment section. Don't get stuck in this SMMA circle of death. No more stories. See you in the comments.